Hi, I'm Stacy from the From Scratch Farmhouse, and today I'm going to be showing you how our family of 9 is going to make the switch over from eating sugary cereals for breakfast to healthier breakfast alternatives. Not only am I going to share with you all of our healthy, quick and easy breakfast ideas, but I'm also going to show you the method that our family is going to use in order to make sure that those healthy alternatives actually make it to the table. Among all of my efforts towards eating healthier and cooking more from scratch, breakfast has been my biggest struggle. With 7 kids 12 and under, I rarely get a good night's sleep, and haven't for the past 13 years. Add that to the fact that I've never been a morning person, and let's just say I'm not hopping out of bed before the kids get up to make a big breakfast. Cold cereal has been our go-to breakfast lately, and I'm truly desperate for this to change. I know it doesn't make me feel good after I eat it, and I don't feel like it's a great way to start my kids' day either. Not to mention, cereal and store-bought milk in quantities enough for a family of 9 isn't cheap. A few weeks ago, I made a 3-month meal plan. I'll link to that video in the description if you want to see how exactly I do this and download these free printables. As a part of this, I wrote down a list of 7 easy, healthy breakfast ideas, most of which can be prepped ahead of time. I keep this meal plan as well as a baking and food prep calendar on the wall inside my pantry. The most important part is that it's somewhere you will continually be reminded of it. This calendar, though, is where the magic happens. What you do is go through your meal plan and schedule on the calendar anything that needs prepped ahead of time. I'm guessing I'm not the only one who has planned a from-scratch meal and realized a little too late that I needed to start a portion of it the day before or that morning. When it comes to breakfast items, things like yogurt need to be made the day before, and things like muffins, well, let's just say this mama isn't likely to get up before my kids with enough time to make muffins. I can now quickly glance at this calendar and see exactly what needs to be defrosted, baked, and prepped to make sure the meal plan actually happens. Muffins are one thing that I'm making a large quantity of for the freezer. For breakfast, we usually pair them with sausage or smoothies. They are relatively easy to make and can be customized to our liking. They can be frozen and quickly reheated. I found that a blender is my preferred method for mixing up many of the batters in my recipes. This grinds up ingredients like rolled oats into a consistency that my kids like. You can also hide quite a bit of healthy ingredients like veggies that might scare off my pickier eaters. This batter here I'm making is for pumpkin chocolate chip oatmeal muffins. I will have the full list of my healthy breakfast ideas with recipes included in the blog post linked in the description. The blender also makes cleanup easy, and I can rinse it with hot water and move on to the next muffin recipe, which allows me to crank out quite a few muffins in a short amount of time. If you don't have a blender you love, I highly recommend the Ninja. I've had this thing for years and it has served us well without being very expensive. I'll link it below. After using the blender to mix all of your wet ingredients, things like chocolate chips or fruit get folded in after. Also, in recipes that are flour-based, I will mix the liquids with things that I want broken down, like frozen fruit, but the remaining dry ingredients will get mixed by hand. These strawberry muffins are an excellent way to use up our frozen strawberries that we stash away for the winter months. Sausage and egg muffins are my personal favorite. They can be flavored with whatever veggies or seasonings your family likes and pack a healthy serving of protein in a small, convenient package. These batch cooking sessions can also be a fun opportunity to get your kids involved. The older ones can even be taught how to make certain things and then be put in charge of making those items as one of their routine chores. Another make-ahead breakfast idea is fruit and yogurt parfaits. Granola can be made in bulk well ahead of time and kept on hand. Yogurt is on my schedule to make once per week. If you want to learn how to make yogurt, I'll leave the link to that blog post below. Frozen fruit can either be defrosted in the fridge the night before or quick thawed under warm water. For the parfaits, you can either layer the fruit and yogurt in glass jars ahead of time or just have the ingredients ready to go for everyone to put together themselves. Overnight oats, baked oatmeal, and homemade granola bars are other ways to sneak oats into our breakfasts that can be prepped ahead of time. I then purchase oats in bulk to keep these meals super affordable. In a pinch, granola and milk with a side of fruit makes a great breakfast too. On weekends and holidays, we do often make bigger, more traditional breakfasts. I still make use of this new prep ahead schedule though by mixing up batters, chopping veggies, or simply just laying out ingredients the night before. All of these recipes are on the blog, so make sure you hop on over there for all the details. I hope these quick and easy breakfast ideas were a help. I know that making changes to our breakfast routine has had a positive impact for our family, and I'm confident that a breakfast makeover will be a game changer for your family too. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and if you found this content at all helpful, make sure you hit those subscribe and like buttons.